Hey guys, I just want to do a quick update on the 2008 Volkswagen Passat 3.6 4Motion that my mom has, and just tell you about some of the issues that it's been having recently. It's got nearly 130,000 miles, so a few issues have started to creep up, and they're kind of expensive, so I'm going to go around them and show you exactly what I mean. Alright, so here's the 2008 Volkswagen Passat 3.6. So some of the issues that this car's had in just the last 15,000 miles or so include all the brake pads were replaced, the brake rotors in the back were replaced. So that was pretty expensive, even though even though my dad did most of the work on that, getting them replaced. With the front, he replaced the front brake pads, but he did not replace the rear brake pads and rotors because the electronic parking brake needed a special tool to have it retract in order for the rear pads and rotors to be replaced. So as we go around the car here, another issue that occurred, I'll show you guys, with the front seat. My mom's reporting that the front seat is kind of moving randomly on its own while she's driving. So it will move forward and up, and it will almost squish the driver into the steering wheel when it's as the car's going, and it'll only do it a few times while driving it, and it's unpredictable. So the seat will just start moving on its own, and then it's impossible to stop it unless you tap the power switch a couple times to get it to stop, which is really not good. In addition, there's a little bit of rust around the wheel wells that I just noticed right here. So even though Volkswagen uses galvanized steel for all of its sheet metal and underbody cladding for rust prevention, this car is already developing a little rust. But here in Minnesota, where it's driven on a daily basis in snow and different adverse conditions, there can be a lot of rust issues with these. So let's step inside the car and I'll show you what I mean by about the power seat. All right, so this is my mom's driving position. It's a little close, but just imagine this being even closer and higher up, closer to the steering wheel when you're driving, and it just randomly starts moving. So in order to fix this, what I did is I actually just took off this bottom plastic piece here. There's a little, it's hard to show, but there's underneath here, there's a bunch of circuit boards and plugs for the power seat controls. So basically I just removed this whole cover right here and then unplugged the lumbar as well as the power seat controls here. And my mom has said that it doesn't do it anymore while she's driving, but when she gets back to the car, the seat is even farther forward. So all she does is just press the one button and then it goes back to its position. So actually this is the position that it should be in. So as you could tell, I got to the car and the power seat was back at full forward. So it just, when the car is stationary now, it just still goes all the way forward towards the steering wheel. So that's a big issue, and I think online there's a circuit board underneath the seat that is causing the issue. It's all corroded in the circuit board, so I think that's the main culprit of this random kind of electrical gremlin that keeps happening while you're driving. It can be a little scary, and it just starts moving when you're driving for no reason. But as you can tell, this car has 127,240 miles. Doesn't have any other interior issues other than that, but let's go to the engine because we did have a few engine issues with this car. We get oil changes about every 6,000 miles with full synthetic oil, so it's not really a maintenance issue. Spark plugs have also been replaced on this car about 40,000 miles ago. But this is a 3.6 liter VR6, more like an inline 6-cylinder engine. As you can tell, these spark plug wires are not in a straight line. They're slightly offset, but it's all just one kind of cylinder block, so it's more like an inline 6-cylinder engine. Basically though, there was a breather valve for the engine where excess exhaust pressure from the intake and during the combustion process is released back into the exhaust, and so that breather valve cracked and broke and caused a squealing noise. So we replaced that, but we bought the part. It was $150 just for a plastic tube. That was actually a discounted price on eBay when we found the part. But we found a better solution just to use like a piece of pipe and tape it all together here. But as you can tell, it's starting to fall apart, so we might just put the new part on since we weren't able to return it like we thought we would be able to. So that had an issue there, so that's about a $150 fix just because of that breather tube that was broken. And then also this car, the PCV valve broke. There's a little membrane, like a really tough rubber membrane that sits underneath the intake manifold in the engine that's on the PCV valve that cracked and broke. And the car was making a whistling noise while driving, and the engine light came on. And it was just really loud if the car was above idle at any speed, basically. That would have been $1,100 to have it fixed by the dealership, but luckily we were able to get it done by a VW technician who works with a side business for $600. So luckily we were able to get that replaced for about half the price. So that was pretty darn expensive, and it was something that with an engine light on and a high-pitched squealing noise when you're driving, it would be pretty annoying. So we got that replaced. Yeah, so those are kind of expensive issues. So that's like $750 in repairs for engine-related components in the last 15,000 miles. And then this power side mirror here, sometimes when the door is open for some reason, the power mirror motor will just start making noise, but the mirror itself won't actually move. So we're not really sure what that is about. I think it's just a sensor thinking that the mirror is not in the correct position, similar to my Acura TL not having a sensor problem with the mirror, and it just starts randomly moving around. But I think the sensor for the motor in this mirror is starting to go out, so I think the motor is freaking out, trying to think if the mirror is in the correct position. So sometimes the motor in the mirror will just turn on and make noise, but that's another main issue with it. But other than that, it's been pretty reliable. So we're looking at $600 for that PCV valve replacement, because the PCV valve is built into the intake manifold, and so you basically have to take off top of the engine to get to it. That's why it was $600 on the side. $150 for the breather tube in the engine, so that's $750 total now. And now with the seat, circuit board that probably has to be replaced. We're not really sure how much that's going to be, but if we do it through the dealership, I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the couple $100 range. So it shouldn't be too hard to replace by myself. I've already unplugged the seat controls, so hopefully it'll stop moving around by itself. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's already moved forward, even just in the time that we were just talking right now, because it seems to move forward on its own. In fact, I think it did move on its own when I was sitting outside, because I'll press back on position 1, and then we'll go back to the position that my mom sits. And then we'll close the door, and 5 minutes from now it'll move back into a very close position to the steering wheel for no reason. So that circuit board needs to be replaced really soon, because we can't have that moving around when the car's in drive and it's going 70 down the highway. So I want to do a quick tutorial on this GarageReady.com product that I was sent. And I want to show you guys exactly how to use it and what it's useful for. Hey guys, so with this product, basically what you can use this for is to pump up your tires and deflate them, actually, using the same module. It comes with a pressure gauge that can either read in kilopascals or pounds per square inch. No matter where you are and you purchase this product, it will be readable with the correct units. Basically what you do is you connect an air hose to the end here, and then you can squeeze the trigger to have the air hose latch onto there properly. And then what you can do is turn on your pressure gauge, and then connect this end right here to your tire, and then basically pump up your tire. And when you're done, all you have to do is turn off the line that connects the air to this module, and then read your pressure, and you can have your tire pumped up to the correct pressure every time. So I want to thank GarageReady.com for providing me this product to show you guys. I think it's really useful. You can check out their link in the description of this video below. This product retails for about $30. I think it's a really good deal. They have a lot of other parts and accessories on there that you can buy related to your car that can be really useful. So I want to thank them for sending this out to me. and I hope you guys will check their website out. I also want to let you guys know that I am selling my Michelin Pilot Super Sport summer tires. These are P235 45 R17s. These are discount tire bags from last fall when I took them off the Acura TL. They have about 30 seconds of tread left. So they're about half worn. I'd say you could get a summer out of them. If you're looking for any tires, I'd probably give these to you for, I don't know, $100 if you want them. Set of 4 lasted the whole summer. These tires were $830 when they were new installed. So I think $100 for 4 tires, pretty good deal if they'll last another 6,000 to 7,000 miles or so. So just let me know or send me a direct message if you guys are interested in having me these shipped to you. I'll include the shipping as well, or we can meet up and I'll get these to you. So thanks again for watching this quick update on the 2008 Volkswagen Passat 3.6 4Motion, and hope you guys found this informative. Leave any comments or questions in the section below the video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.